All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making up plays. We talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show. Thursday, May 12th, 2022. All right, give me 1 second. I don't know why it's doing that. We have a sound issue. All right, that should have fixed it there. That should fix it there. All right, let's jump right into this. All right, that should have fixed it there. There we go. All right, don't forget, Easy Money, a sports betting show, is live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room, and on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at All Sports All Plays, the ASAP Sports Network. If you haven't already followed the ASAP All Sports All Plays, ASAP Sports Network, go make sure you go follow them on Facebook, like and subscribe on YouTube, on Twitch. They have a lot of good analysts going on over there. Glad to be a part of it. Also, we have our sports talk show, GSR Gonzo Sports Room, which is live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find both Gonzo Sports Room, GSR, and Easy Money, a sports betting show, in podcast platform on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us, respectively, at Gonzo Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show. We also have a pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. That show is also new episodes of that show drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can find it in Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast, all at Gonzo's Wrestling Room. You can find the video version of it at Gonzo's Wrestling Room on Spotify, or the video version of it on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. Go check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of content over there, whether you're a pro wrestling fan, an NBA fan, a Major League Baseball fan, football, no matter what sport you watch, UFC, we cover it all. So go over and check out the content on there. But all right, let's jump into today's slate of games. All right, we'll start in the NBA, and then we'll work our way in over to Major League Baseball. All right, we have two games in the NBA tonight, as you have the Miami Heat at the Philadelphia Sixers. Heat are ahead in this series 3-2. So this is a winner go home game for Philadelphia tonight. The Sixers are 2-point favorites at home. They are minus 134 on the money line. The Heat are plus 114 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 206.5. The Heat have looked good. They're going to have to come out, or excuse me, the Heat have been playing well. They're great defensively. Offense, they can be inconsistent. That's where the Heat worry me at. I think the Sixers win this game if Joel Embiid can step up and have a good game. Yeah, came back. Sixers won 3-4. Then in Game 5, nobody for the Sixers really showed up, and Embiid had trouble getting going. I think the Sixers being back at home tonight. The home team has won all the games in this series so far. I think the Sixers are going to win tonight, force a Game 7 in Miami. I still have the Sixers winning this series. I don't see them playing as bad as they did last game, and I see Embiid having a big game tonight. So I like the Philadelphia 76ers at the minus 134 on the money line. Then tonight we have Phoenix Suns at the Dallas Mavericks. This game starts at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with the Suns being 2-point favorites on the road and are minus 126 on the money line. The Mavericks are plus 108 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 211. The Suns blew the Mavericks out last game. Nobody for the Mavericks really showed up. Chris Paul hasn't played very good. Actually, let me look at something real quick before I just say that. All right. Yeah, the Suns blew out the Mavericks last game, 110-80. Suns are up 3-2 in this series. I think the Suns are going to win this series. Tonight, I think it's going to be a lot better game. I don't see the Mavs playing that bad at home in a game where it's a winner go home game. I think the Suns are going. I think the Suns are going to have another good game tonight. Though I think the Suns are going to close this series out. I thought the Mavs would win one game when this series started. I thought Luka would get them one. He got them two. I don't see him getting the third one though. So I like these Suns tonight at the minus 126 on the money line. I would lean toward the over the 211 in this game. And in the Heat Sixers game, I would lean toward the under the 206.5. That's all the games for tonight. Tomorrow we will have Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks. Game 6 in that series with the Bucks taking a 3-2 lead last night in that series. And then also tomorrow night you have the Golden State or the Memphis Grizzlies at the Golden State Warriors. Warriors have a 3-2 lead in this series as well after the Grizzlies won game 5 last night to get their second win of the season. They blew the Warriors out. It was an embarrassing performance by the Warriors last night. They didn't play very well at all. Right now, you have the Warriors as 8.5 points at home for tomorrow night, and the Bucks are 1.5 point favorites at home tomorrow night. We'll give you guys our picks on those games tomorrow. That's all the NBA for tonight and tomorrow. Let's look at Major League Baseball. Got a few games already going on, so we'll take a look at those, and then we'll get into the games that haven't started yet. You have the Houston Astros at the Twins. They're finishing a game from yesterday before they start their today's game. Astros are up 11-3 in the 9th inning. So it looks like the Astros are going to win the makeup from yesterday, and then win the suspended game from yesterday, and then they'll start today's game. The Mets at the Nationals. Mets are up 3-0 at the Nationals in the 8th inning. The Mets are 3.5 run favorites in this game. Then you have the Oakland Athletics and the Detroit Tigers playing. This game's tied 3-3 in the 7th inning. Live betting, the Oakland Athletics are 1.5 run favorites. You can get that at plus 290 juice, and they are plus 104 on the money line. The Detroit Tigers are plus 1.5 favorites, and they're minus 132 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. So that's been a good game so far. Then you have the Baltimore Orioles at the St. Louis Cardinals. This game is in the 7th inning with the Orioles winning 3-0. Then you'll have, after the Astros and Twins finish this first game, they start another game at 3:45 p.m. Eastern time. The Astros are favored as 1.5 run favorites on the road. They are minus 136 on the money line. The Twins are plus 116 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8. The Astros will have Garcia on the mound for this game, and the Twins are going to have Winder on the mound for this game. This should be a good game. I favor the Houston Astros in this game. Next game we have is the Cincinnati Reds at the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Pirates are 1.5 run favorites in this game. They are minus 134 on the money line. The Reds are plus 114 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8. The Reds are 8-24 on the season. Did pick up a big win yesterday against the Brewers. Reds have been playing better baseball here of late. They started off terrible. Went through a stretch where they only won like 1 out of 21 games. Started out like 6-23 or 4-23. I mean, but they won a series over the weekend against these Pirates. They were able to win a game. They've been playing better ball here for about the last week. I'll look for that to continue tonight. The Pirates are 14-17. They're going to have Brew Baker on the mound, who has not been solid this year. He has a 5.68 ERA For the Reds, we're going to have Overton. He's not been the greatest, but he has a 2.53 RA. He's been okay. I like the Reds in this game. The Reds bats have been hot the last few days. Hopefully they stay hot. And I like the Reds to pick up another victory here. Maybe start another, get on a 2-game winning streak for the second time this season. So I like the Reds on the money line here. Next game is the New York Yankees. Next game is the Kansas City Royals at the Texas Rangers. The Rangers are 1.5 favorites at home. They are minus 135 on the money line. The Royals are plus 116 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8.5. Okay, for the Royals, they are 10-18 on the season. They have won. They won 8-2 yesterday versus the Rangers. They are hitting .219 as a team. They have Heasley on the mound. This will be his first start of the season. He had a 4.91 ERA last season. The Rangers are 13-16. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games, including one to the Royals yesterday. They are hitting .220 as a team. So they're hitting slightly, but almost the same as a team. They're going to have Hearn on the mound, who has a 6.53 ERA this year. He did pitch decent his last start, but other than that, he has struggled this season. So I'm going to favor the Royals here as road underdogs at the plus 116 on the money line. Next game we have is the Philadelphia Phillies at the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers are 1.5 run favorites. They are minus 146 on the money line. The Phillies are plus 124 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8. The Phillies are won 4-2 on the road yesterday over the Mariners. The Phillies offense has struggled. Willer's going to be on the mound for the Phillies. The Dodgers lost to the Pirates 5-3 yesterday on the road. Now they're back at home. They have won 4 of their last 6 games, and they're going to have Anderson on the mound. I like the Dodgers in this game. Dodgers have been the better team this season, and I like the Dodgers at home. All right, next game we have is the New York Yankees at the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are 1.5 run favorites at home. They are minus 152 on the money line. The Yankees are plus 128 on the money line. Over under for this game is set at 8 runs. You have Gill on the mound for the Yankees. This will be his first start of the season. He was 1-1 with a 3.08 ERA in 29 innings last season. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays yesterday 5-3 at home. They average close to 5 runs per game. They're hitting .237 as a team, and they're second in the Major League Baseball with homers at 40 home runs. They are 15-2 over their last 17 games. Actually, 16-2 since I counted yesterday's win. Never mind. 15-2. They are 7-1 their last 8 games versus the White Sox. The White Sox had an off day yesterday. They're hitting .295 as a team. They're scoring just over 3 runs per game, but they are 8-2 over the last 10. They'll have Velasquez on the mound. He's been solid this season. Has allowed only 1 run in 10 innings. This is going to be a good game. I favor the White Sox in this game. I just don't want to take my chances between 2 good baseball teams and with a pitcher that hasn't pitched this season. So we'll see what happens with that. But I favor the White Sox here at the minus 152 on the money line. All right, that is all of the Major League Baseball games for today, besides the ones that are already started. All right, we're going to take a short commercial break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to jump right into talking some UFC.
Get ready. This summer, the Arena League Sports is on ASAP Network. Tune in live on either the Tiki Live or Roku app, as well as your smart home TV.
All right, welcome back to the show. Easy Money, a sports betting show, May 5th, or May 12th, 2022. Damn, I'm trying to go back a whole week. May 12th, 2022. We just got done breaking down tonight's NBA games and then today's Major League Baseball games. Now we're going to jump into the UFC. We done a UFC predictions show or video yesterday. I'm going to play that for you guys, and I'll come back after that, talk a little bit about that, and then I'll give out my picks of the day. So enjoy this video of our UFC preview and predictions. Fight night, Blockowicz against RAKIC. Decent card. We'll go through the prelims and then we'll go through the main card. Okay. Figure out. This is the play. Goes that way. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a short commercial break, and then we're going to come back with UFC Fight Night, Blockowicz, and Torres. Camacho is plus 110. Okay. Figure out. This is the play. Goes that way. Okay, here we go. We're going to take a short commercial break, and then we're going to come back with UFC Fight Night, Blockowicz, and RAKIC preview and predictions. So enjoy this short.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we're making up plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety, topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays. Network. All sports, all plays. Network. We on top of our game. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays.
All right, welcome back to Easy Money, a sports betting show. We just got done breaking down the NBA playoff games for tonight. We also talked about the MLB games for this evening. I'll give out my picks of the day here at the end of the show. But now we're going to talk some UFC Fight Night, Blachowicz against RAKIC. We're going to talk about the prelim card and the main card. We'll give our preview and predictions on it. So let's start with let's jump right into it. Here's the first fight on the prelims. You have Alan Nascimento against Jake Hadley. Nascimento is a plus 184 underdog. Hadley is a minus 230 favorite. This should be a great fight. Hadley is 25 years old, 8-0 in MMA. Has great power, great wrestling. His striking isn't the best. He is 5-0 over his last 5. He has good grappling as well. He will have a 1.5-inch reach advantage in this fight. And he has two wins by decision, 2 wins by knockout or TKO, and 4 wins by submission. Nascimento is 30 years old. He is 17-6, 2-3 his last 5. He is the better striker in this fight. He also has good jiu-jitsu and good grappling. He has 3 wins by decision, 1 win by knockout or TKO, and 13 wins by submission. This is going to be a battle of 2 grapplers. I think Hadley has the better takedowns. So I think Hadley's going to get the win in this fight. I like Hadley at the minus 230 on the money line. So if I was going to bet that, I would either put it in a parlay or I'd look to do a double chance or something like that. But I like Hadley to win this fight. Next fight, you have Frank Camacho against Manuel Torres. Camacho is plus 110 on the money line. Torres is minus 134 on the money line. So this is a close fight. Camacho is 32 years of age, 22-9, has great grappling, okay striking, but does have great power in his hands. He's has 3 wins by decision, 17 wins by knockout, 6 wins by submission. He has 1-4 ATS his last 5. Torres is 27 years old. He is 12-2. He has only been out of the first round 1 time in all of his fights. All of his wins have been by finish. He has great striking and good power. 1 win by decision, 5 wins by knockout or TKO, 6 wins by submission. He's 4-1 over his last 5. I like Torres in this fight at the minus 134 on the money line. Next fight is Amanda Revis against Caitlyn Kagan. This fight, Revis is plus 142 on the money line. Kagan is minus 176 on the money line. Kagan is 17-4, has good striking, decent grappling. They're going to have a 2-inch reach advantage in this fight. 14 wins by decision, 2 wins by knockout or TKO, 1 win by submission. Revis is 28 years old, 11-2, 4-1 last 5. Has good striking, good kicks, 4 wins by decision, 3 wins by TKO or knockout, and 4 wins by submission. She also has good grappling. I think Kagan's going to be too much for Revis in this fight. I like Kagan here at the minus 176 on the money line. Next fight we have is Davey Grant against Luis Smolka. Grant is a minus 310 favorite. Smolka is a plus 240 underdog. Grant is 36 years old. He's 11-6. He has good grappling, good boxing, has good power in his hands. 2 wins by decision, 3 wins by knockout, 9 wins by submission. Smolka is 30 years old, 17-8, 3-2 over his last 5. Good up, Scrappy. All right, here we go. Smolka has 17-8, 3-2 over the last 5. Has good offensive grappling, can struggle defensively on his back-o. He has 2 wins by decision, 8 wins by TKO, and 7 wins by submission. His chin is questionable. I like Grant in this fight. At the minus 310, you'd have to put it in a parlay or do a double chance. But I do like Davey Grant to win this fight. Next fight is Cutelaba against Ryan Spann. Cutelaba is minus 230 on the money line. Spann is plus 184 on the money line. Spann is 30 years old, 19-7, 6-3 in the UFC. Cardio can be questionable. He's 3-2 over his last 5. Has a 4-inch reach advantage, 3 wins by decision, 5 wins by KO or TKO, and 11 wins by submission. Cutelaba is 28 years old, 16-6-1. 16-6-1, no contest. Good boxing, good power. Cardio can be a question as well. He has decent wrestling, 2 wins by submission, 12 wins by knockout or TKO, 2 wins by submission, 2-2-1 over the last 5. I like Cutelaba in this fight. And then the main event is Alexander Rockach versus Jan Blockowicz. Rockach is minus 205 on the money line. Blockowicz is plus 184 on the money line. Over under or all right, Blockowicz is 39 years old, 28-9. Is a good striker, good grappling, 4-1 over his last 5. 11 wins by decision, 8 wins by knockout or TKO, 9 wins by submission. I think the key to this fight for Blockowicz is going to be his takedown defense. Rockach is 30 years old, 14-2, has good wrestling, good athleticism, good cardio, 4 wins by decision, 4 wins by knockout or TKO, 1 win by submission. I think Blockowicz is going to be able to keep this fight more on their feet and be able to. I think his takedown defense will give Rockach trouble. I like Blockowicz here in this main event at the plus 164 on the underdog. So we did them backwards. Them fights were actually your main card. So now we will do the prelims. That was my fault. All right, on the prelims, first fight is Andrew Petrovsky against Nick Maximov. Petrovsky is a plus 310 underdog. Maximov is minus 420 favorite. Maximov is 24 years old, 8-0 in MMA, 2-0 in the UFC, has great grappling. Going to have a 3-inch reach advantage in this fight. He has 3 wins by decision, 2 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, and is 5-0 over his last 5 fights. Petrovsky is 30 years old, 7-1 in MMA, 2-0 in the UFC. Good wrestling and good grappling as well. 4 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission. Cardio can be a question for Petrovsky. He's 4-1 over the last 5. I like Maximov to win this fight. I think Maximov offensive grappling is a little better than Petrovsky's, and I think Maximov is going to be able to get his ground and pound going. And I think it's going to be too much for Petrovsky. Next fight on the prelims is Carlos Candelario against Tatsuhiro Taira. Candelario is a plus 210 favorite. Taira is a minus 265 underdog. Taira is 22 years old, 10-0, good grappling, 5-0 over the last 5 fights. Better striker than Candelario, but cardio can be a question. 2 wins by decision, 3 wins by knockout, and 3 wins by submission. Has good pressure and good power on the feet. I think it's going to be a close fight. I think the difference in this fight is going to be Candelario's cardio and his good ground and pound if he can get a takedown. So I like Candelario here at the plus 210 on the money line as the underdog. Next fight is Angela Hill against Viva Vandroba. Hill is a plus 152 underdog. Jana Droba is a minus 188 favorite. Hill is 37 years old, 13-11. Has been a little inconsistent. 1-4 over her last 5, but they were all real close fights. Good striking on her feet. 8 wins by decision, 5 wins by knockout or TKO. And she also has good takedown defense. She's going to be fighting Vima Androba. Androba is 17-13, 3-2 last 5. Improved striker, has good takedowns, great grappling, 3 wins by decision, 1 win by knockout, 13 wins by submission. I think it's going to be a close fight, and I'm going with the underdog Angela Hill in this fight. I think she's going to be able to keep this fight on the feet and take advantage of her striking. And I think that's going to be a little too much from Handrova. So I like Angela Hill in this fight at the plus 152 on the money line. Next fight out is Alan Patrick against Michael Johnson. Patrick is a plus 120 underdog. Michael Johnson is a minus 148 favorite. Johnson is 35 years old, 20-17 in MMA, 1-4 over his last 5, 10 wins by decision, 8 wins by knockout or TKO, and 2 wins by submission. Patrick is 38 years old, 15-3 in MMA, 2-2 and 1 no contest his last 5. Decent takedowns, 9 wins by decision, 4 wins by knockout or TKO, 2 wins by submission. Cardio can be a question for him. I like Michael Johnson at the minus 148 on the money line in this fight. I think Johnson's cardio and volume is going to be too much for Patrick. And then we have Andrea Lee versus Vivian Arujo. Lee is a minus 115 favorite. Arujo is a minus 105. So this game's almost a pick 'em, or this fight's almost a pick 'em, excuse me. Arujo is 35 years old, 10-3, has good power, doesn't throw a lot of volume, 3 wins by decision, 3 wins by KO, TKO, and 5 wins by submission. Lee is 33 years old, 13-5, 1.5-inch reach advantage, has good striking and good grappling. She's a well-balanced fighter. 5 wins by decision, 3 wins by knockout or TKO, and 5 wins by submission. I have Lee winning this fight at the minus 116 on the money line. And that is all of the UFC prelims and main card. We've done them backwards. We've done the main card first. That was all right. Welcome back to the show. Like I said, that was our video of the UFC predictions from yesterday. Before we get out of here, we'll jump right into my picks of the day. For the NBA tonight, I like the Philadelphia 76ers money line and the Phoenix Suns money line. In baseball, I like the Cincinnati Reds money line, the Chicago White Sox money line, the Los Angeles Dodgers money line, and the Kansas City Royals money line. Don't forget, we're live Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern with Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at Gonzo Sports Room. And we're also live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at All Sports, All Plays, ASAP Sports Network. If you haven't subscribed to the ASAP Sports Network, go subscribe to them on YouTube. Follow and like them on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, all social medias. Same thing with same thing with Gonzo Sports Room. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at Gonzo Sports Room, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, everything at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find Easy Money, a sports betting show, and our sports talk show, GSR Gonzo Sports Room, both in podcast form. Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find them. We also have a pro wrestling podcast, GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. New episodes drop every Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. You can find it on Apple Podcast, Anchor Podcast, Spotify, Google Podcast. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find it at Gonzo's Wrestling Room. You can find the video version of it on Spotify at Gonzo's Wrestling Room or on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room. While you're over here on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. We'd greatly appreciate that. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Hopefully all you sports bettors have some good luck tonight. Win some of this easy money. We will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern with another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Stay safe. We will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. Hard sports all plays. 365, we making the plays. We talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. In the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. Hard sports all plays.